Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Let me adjust the camera. So I have been getting a lot of questions in my DMs about, grants and do I need a grant writer and boom, boom, boom. And then I've had like a lot of questions with my discovery calls about funding and blah, 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 blah. So I figured I would go live and let's just talk about, grants, business, and funding. Trying a new nail shape. Not sure if she's a go, but, we'll see. So, okay, let's first talk about grants, okay? So, grants are like thebomb.com for the simple reason that you don't have to pay the money back, okay? So, running a business, starting a business, when you're in your early stages of trying to find your target audience, trying to find your niche, cash flow is really going to be an issue. Cash flow meaning like how much money I have coming in to make sure I can pay all of my bills and then have some money at the end. Okay, so grants are my favorite over loans because there's not going to be a monthly payment to pay the money back. Okay, so grants is basically free money. All you have to do is explain why do you need the money. Now, I don't want you guys to be intimidated. Like, I'm posting a grant. I posted a grant tonight about a $5,000 startup grant. The application is like literally 10 questions. Okay. Like you don't even have to pull a typewriter out. Like, baby, you just answer these 10 questions. I'm posting another startup grant tomorrow and there's literally 4 questions on the grant application. Okay. So I don't want you guys to be intimidated. These grant proposals, I got to do baby, a lot of these applications are like super simple. Let me tell you what's important. What is important is, why do you need the money? What are you going to do with the money? And how do we word all that so that it sounds like you're really doing something, you're really solving a problem, and you're helping out some kind of group of people? Okay, so let me tell you how you kind of make it sound super good. Either what you're doing is solving a problem, or who you're hiring in your business is solving a problem. Okay, so let's just say I was talking to a guy today who's a film director, and I'm not going to say what he's doing, but he is going to be doing a film on a group of minority. I can't give it. He's going to do a film. It's going to be off the chain. Okay, it's going to be off the chain. I don't want to say what it is. So his film itself and what it's going to be portraying, what it's going to be doing, is going to be showcasing something that, people want to see. It's going to help a minority group of people. So what he's doing is helping something. On the back end, let's just say I have a regular trucking company. I'm just hauling loads. So what I'm doing isn't solving a problem, but what if I'm hiring single moms? What if I'm hiring maybe convicted felons? What if I'm hiring, do I have lipstick on my teeth? The devil. What if I am hiring minorities? What if I'm hiring like people who have a GED? So, as long as you can explain what your business is doing, what problem it's solving, and why do you need the money? Okay, let's keep it real simple. I'm a baker. I want to bake goods, and I need some startup capital to help me get some kind of commercial equipment, or blah, blah, blah. Why do you need the money? So you really got to be in your business. Are you trying to, get some more inventory? Are you trying to get some equipment? Like, why do you need the money? And all you have to do is use some great adjectives, which I have in the grant workbook. I kind of break you down in the grant workbook, baby. What is it? use these adjectives, frame it this way, and I feel like you are the best grant writer because you know what you need. You have the passion for your business. Like, no one's going to sell their baby the best but the mama. You're the mama of your baby business. So it's like, I don't want you guys to feel intimidated. Like, I'm not a writer. I'm not good, blah, blah, blah. Like, y'all can do this. It's not that hard. The hardest part is drafting your statement of need. Okay. Once you get that down, the grant applications, they really ask the same questions. It's really literally just the same questions over and over and over again. So take you one day out the week, this week, map out why do you need the money? What are you going to do with the money? I was talking to a daycare owner and it was like, she wants to redo her playground. Great. What's going on in daycares? What's going on in schools? Shootings. Okay. So I'm like, well, if you need new playground equipment, great. Why don't you add and update your security? I mean, there are school shootings literally like every other month in America. So what daycare, what school doesn't need like a new security system? She mentioned how she has employees that have been with her maybe like 15 years. It is almost unreal to find an employee to stay with you for that long. So if you have employees that have been with you 5, 10, 15 years, that shows a great camaraderie. That shows a great culture in the company. Maybe you want to give your employees who are, staying, working with you, a bonus. Do you know how many deaths, with, lazy daycare workers leaving kids on the back of the bus dying? Lazy daycare workers not watching the kids and they're hurting themselves. So it is so important to have staff, efficient staff. So I could really just help you come up with that statement of need, but you got to think what are all the areas in your business that you want to showcase? Maybe it's you as the owner. Maybe you've been in business for X amount, or you have this kind of background. Like the grant proposal, you're really just showcasing how great you are, and you're great, and why you need the money and what you're going to do with the money. Then the last thing you need to focus on is your budget. So we don't want to freestyle. I need 10,000 for marketing. I need 5. You want to have a detailed budget. Meaning whatever you're going to, but at the grants for $10,000, that budget needs to be for the full 10, mapping out every single thing you want to do with that money. So if it's equipment, mapping out, each different thing that you're going to have for equipment. If it's, giving some kind of retention bonus, payroll bonus, for your employees who've been with you for a while, really mapping it out. Do some homework, go online, get some quotes of what it is that you need. Don't just be generic, and your number shouldn't end in all zeros. That means you really didn't put any work, into this budget. So you are going to have to put some work into writing your grant proposal. But once you write it the first time, rinse and repeat. Copy and paste. It's the grant applications literally ask you the same thing. So I wanted to come on and do this live to let you guys know, don't get intimidated if you've never written a grant before. At some point in time, you never walked before, you never talked before, and you never drove a car, and you learned how to do all those things. Okay. Another point is there's no maximum amount of grants that you can apply for. It's not you're going to do one a month, one a year. You can apply for as many grants as you want to apply for. Once you take this one Sunday out and draft your statement of need and your budget and what you're going to do with the money and who you are and how awesome your business is, and y'all save the whales, the penguins, and the stars. So, check me out. Once you come up with that, take one Sunday out of every month and just apply for the grants that are available in the grant bundle or the grants that you find on Google. Just take one day out the month and apply for all the grants for that month that are available. And as you keep applying and keep applying and keep applying, you're going to see, these questions are kind of simple. And the more applications you put out there, the more chances you're going to get to be able to getting a grant. And some grants are going to say, hey, we're offering this to 20 people. Some grants, like a lot of the pitch competitions, there's going to be like a final stage where they're going to pick X amount of people. Then y'all have to all go somewhere and compete, blah, blah, blah. But a closed mouth is not going to get fed, okay? And if you need help, like coming up with your statement of need, book an hour consultation. We can break down your business and I can kind of help package who you are, what your company is doing, and how you're saving the whales, penguins, and the sun, so that I can, if you're kind of like stuck on, well, how do I make my business sound, grant worthy, I can totally help you get that together. Okay. Now the startup grant that I posted tonight, so check my page, and then tomorrow they're not even requiring LLCs. Okay. These are like startup grants. Okay. So baby, if you have an idea, you can apply for these grants. So most of the grants in the grant bundle do require an LLC, but the one who did I post tonight? I think I posted the Pepper Startup Grant, and then I'm posting another one tomorrow, baby. These are asking, do you have a business idea? Okay, so I got 85 people on this live. 85 people need to be applying tomorrow on the other startup grant that I am posting, because it's like they're giving away money. I mean, people are always in my DM. How do I get funding? How do I get funding? Baby, apply for a grant. It's free. It's free. Just have your LLC, put some sweat equity in, and it's free. You don't have to have revenue in a business bank account. You don't have to go through your tier 1 vendors and business credit and tier 2. You ain't got to do all that. All you got to do is apply for a grant. Okay. So if you have not gone to my, website, after this live, I'm going to save it. If y'all haven't, if you missed it, you came in late, I'm going to save it, I'm going to repost it. I always give out the free game. I want everyone, here to win. But all you have to do is go to the link in my bio or go to my website. It's going to be the business grant bundle. It's $99. Okay. It's one-time fee, $99. I give you lifetime access. I update the grant list every month. So every month you're going to have a list of what business grants are available. So every month from now on till I'm alive, you're going to always have business grants. I try to make all my products super affordable. So, everyone can afford something and it's not going to really affect the cash flow. Grants are not based on credit. Okay. So you got good credit, bad credit, bankruptcy. They're not tripping. They're not running any credit check. This is not credit worthy. This is, what business do you have? Why do you need this money? And what are you going to do with the money? Okay, so now if you don't have the time to put in any effort to make up a statement of need, then yeah, don't apply for a grant. Because people are like, is it guaranteed? Baby, nothing in life is guaranteed. You waking up tomorrow ain't guaranteed. Okay, me making it through this live ain't guaranteed. Nothing in life is guaranteed. So stop DMing me. No, it's not guaranteed. But if you really have a business and you have a passion for what it is that you're doing, just explain to someone why you need the money, because what the organization wants to do, and if you go onto these grant websites, there's always going to be a tab for previous winners. Someone's going to be standing there in a picture, last year, winners were blah, 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 and they list their company and, how this grant helped the company. On some of the websites, there'll be a video of the winners, saying, or like a little testimonial under the picture of the winner, saying, who they are and how the grant helped their company grow. So the organizations are trying to give money to someone who's a go-getter. They're trying to give money to someone, who's going to do something with the money, because that's going to make them look great. Like, hey, we helped this company do blah, 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 blah. So if you already have the grant bundle, there are several grants in August. Pull that list up. go through that grant workbook and really master your statement of need. If you're like want a one-on-one consultation, book an hour consultation. Let's get your statement of need together. So all you have to do is copy and paste it. Okay, so statement of need, grant, boom. Another thing I want to talk to you guys about is cash flow. So a lot of calls I'm getting regarding funding, people always need funding. I need funding. I need funding. And the first question I'm going to ask you for is, what do you need funding for? The grant bundle is $99. Okay. The first question I'm going to ask you is, what do you need funding for? If you need funding to pay your bills, you don't need funding. We are bleeding somewhere and we need to stop the bleed. You need funding if you have an order that you need to fulfill and you have to come up with the materials, the cost, the blah, blah, blah to fulfill that order, and you need some more capital. You need funding if you have all these requests for jobs. Let's say I'm a cleaning service and I'm having all these requests for these, different companies wanting me to go clean their business, and it's just me, so I need to hire some more staff. If you need funding because every month you're coming up short, you don't need funding. You are bleeding somewhere, and we need to stop the bleed. Okay. So if you are every month coming up short, you don't have enough money to pay your bills, something not right, pouring good money to a bad situation is just going to make the situation worse. And the inevitable, you are just pausing the inevitable. At some point, you're going to run out of money and we're going to be stuck. Okay, so if we're having a problem paying our bills, if we're having a problem making a profit, we are bleeding somewhere. The first place people bleed is they aren't pricing their product correctly. Okay, especially if you have a product in a store is going to want to rape you. Okay, so it looks great to have your product in Kroger's, in Target, blah, blah, blah. But those stores are going to want to give you pennies on the dollar for your product. Okay, so you need to first break down what the cost is of your product or your service. What is it costing you to produce this? And not just the raw material cost, the labor, the shipping. Break down what your cost is. Okay. Depending on your product, at minimum, you should be doubling your cost. A great product, you should be doing 4 or 5 times whatever is your cost. When I first started selling hair, this is back in the day before everyone else was doing it, like circa 2009, I was making 5 times what I was buying something for. Okay. Money. So you want to make sure at minimum you're doubling. Now it depends on what the cost of your product, what it is you're selling. Minimum doubling your money. You should be shooting for 3, 4, or 5 times what your cost is to be making a profit. Okay, so we're not looking to get into Kroger's, get into Target, get into Walmart. Those stores are going to rape you unless you already have a proven sales record and you have either a good PR team or you have a good mouthpiece and you're like, no, I'm not going for less than blah, blah, blah. I have a girl I was just talking to. She's in the store with a drink and she's losing money by being in the store. Meaning this, if I sell sparkling water and it costs me $1 to produce this, so for me to get the ingredients, for me to make this can and to ship it costs $1. But I get my soda into Kroger's and Kroger pays me 90 cents for this can. I'm losing 10 cents on every can that I sell. That's called a bleed. I'm never going to break even. I'm losing. And the more you lose, that deficit gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And you're scratching your head trying to see I have all these sales. I have all of this. I have a great product. Why can I not make money at the end of the month? It's because you're bleeding. We need to find the bleed. Another area where you can bleed is going to be your payroll. What are you paying your employees? Okay. Do you have a good price point for your employees? Now, let me say this. Good help is hard to find. Okay. So I believe in paying people what they're worth, because what you'll get for a 12 or 13 or $15 an hour employee versus a 5 or 6 is two different worlds. But are you overstaffed at certain times? You maybe have too much staff. If you are not able to pay your bills and bring home some money, a lot of times we are bleeding, and we need to stop that bleed. Okay, so just because you have your product in a store does not mean you're making money, okay? Master P, out the trunk of his car, built an empire. It doesn't look cute, it's not sexy, but the whole point is to be at the bank. I mean, you can be at the bank with makeup on, you can be at the bank with no makeup on. As long as you're at the bank, you're good. What you don't want to do is look good, but we're looking at everyone else being at the bank like, ooh, I'm trying to get there too one day. Like, we need to be at the bank. So if your business is not turning a profit at the end of the month, book a consultation with me so we can see if you're bleeding. Another reason why your business may not be making money every month is maybe we just need to increase these sales. Okay, and increasing sales is not going to be finding Kylie Jenner, finding an Instagram baddie, to say, hey, buy Joy sparkling water. Like, that's not marketing. Okay, marketing is, what is the problem? What is the problem the person has? Or what is the problem that they're not aware of? And how is your product the solution? Okay. Let me give you an example. Oh, I can't get that example. Okay, I'll give you an example. I have a client, she does some kind of organic lemonade. Okay, so I'm not a health nut, but my sister-in-law is a health nut. Okay, so she buys food online. Okay, like Whole Foods is slumming it for her. She's like the organic, gluten-free, Chick-fil-A is the devil kind of a healthy person. Okay, so I know people who pay an enormous amount of money for food to make sure that it's organic, gluten-free, clean, whatever. So if I'm selling an organic lemonade, my price point can't be the same as Simply Lemonade, because Simply Lemonade's cost is going to be cheap because it's going to be full of sugar and, all these regular lemons versus the organic lemons, that were massaged at night and all that good stuff. So if we're selling a lemonade, we're not having an Instagram model posted. We're not going to do a whole $1,000, photo shoot showing the containers. We have to market what is the solution or what is the problem. Are you taught what are the benefits of organic food? I don't know because I'm not healthy, but organic lemons are this. Do you what kind of issues do people suffer with that eat toxic food or, unhealthy food? Do you suffer from migraines? Are you constipated? Do you have headaches? Do you have like a high during the day and then you come on down? My organic lemonade is great because it does X, Y, and Z. My products are this, and this. We use no sugars, no this, no that. You have to actually tell the people what problem they have and why your product is a solution. Okay, so if you are not making a profit at the end of the month, either we're bleeding because our product is not priced correctly, we're bleeding because of payroll or some other expenses are too high, or we're not having enough sales. A business is called volume. Unless you're selling something that is, very luxe and you have a big ROI, return on your investment, everything is volume. Okay, we have to make volume. You should be breaking down in your business. You need to know how much does it cost for you to run your business, meaning with rent, payroll, lights, cable, utilities, insurance, whatever inventory or service you're providing. What is that cost every month? So I know every month it costs me $10,000 just to get this door open. If it costs you $10,000 just to keep the doors open, you got to break down that $10,000 and divide that by how many days you're open for business. And that's how much you have to be making a day. Okay, so let me just do the math. You know me and math. So let's say if we work 5 days a week, that's going to be 20 days a month, right? Yeah, 5 times 4 is 20. Okay, and if it costs me $10,000 a month to run my business divided by 20, that's $500 a day. That don't seem right. 20 times 500 is 10. Okay, so it costs me $500. I gotta make $500 a day if my bills are $10,000 a month. That's just to pay my bills. Okay, that's not for me to have any extra money. So if it costs me, I gotta make $500 a day just to pay my bills. I should be shooting for $1,000 a day. So I have money to pay my bills plus additional money to go ahead and buy inventory, save some money, blah, blah, blah. So how do I get to $1,000 a day? That's how you have to look at these numbers. How do I get to $1,000 a day? Or you want to just want to pay my bills? How do I get to $500 a day? So if I'm selling, let me give me a product. If I'm selling some peach cobbler, okay? Let's say I'm selling peach cobbler and I'm going to sell it for $20 a pan. 500 divided by 20. I got to sell 25 pans of peach cobbler a day just to keep my doors open. If I got to sell 25 peach cobblers a day, I got to at least touch 100 people to make sure I get that 25. How are you touching 100 people a day? See, a lot of times we think we're going to get this logo in our website and get the inventory and we're going to post a picture on Instagram and woo, the sales going to come in. Like that's not business. You have to go out and bring the customer to you. So if I need to sell 25 peach cobblers, I need to be touching 100 people a day. I need to be somewhere where there's foot traffic. Okay, whether I'm at a fair, I am at a restaurant. Okay, I'm trying to partner with the restaurant. Hey, do you have a dessert? You don't have desserts? Great. Can I come here on Thursdays and sell my peach cobbler? Okay, is there a farmer's market? Can I be at the mall? Baby, if times get tough, we can roll up someone in Walmart, trunk your car. Hey, I have some peach cobbler, but you got to be touching people every single day. Like you, the owner, right? The CEO means the person who needs to get shit done. Okay, the CEO isn't the person that sits behind a desk and tells people what to do. Like, baby, it's you. Like, you are the show. You got to go out and get the people. So are we coming up with a sales team? Hey, I'm not a good seller, but I know a good seller. Maybe you can partner with someone and hey, I'm going to give you $10 off of every peach cobbler you sell from me. Like, but you have to go think, where are your people? Where are peach cobbler people going to be at? Maybe we're going to beauty salons, barbers, maybe we're trying to get into a store with a good PR person to make your numbers right. But you have to go out and get the clients. So if we're not making money at the end of the month, either we didn't price our product correctly, either we, and so we're bleeding, we have too much payroll or other expenses, or we don't have enough sales. Okay. Those are the three main components of a business. And somewhere there's a bleed. You go out and get a $5,000 grant, but every time you sell your sparkling water, you're losing 10 cents. You are throwing good money on bad debt, and you're never going to get out the hole. And you're like, dang, just every single month something's wrong, because you're bleeding. You have to stop the bleed, okay? So you need to know your numbers. Now, sometimes you may not know your costs, okay? Especially if you're busy, like if you're a store. Like this happened to me. We were bumping at our salons, slanging and banging. These overseas vendors are slick. They change the price on our long inches of hair. So our 26, 28s, and 30s, they had gone up $20 a bundle. Okay, but they're not, we were doing maybe like 50 grand every week wiring it to them. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm not looking at the invoice. Okay, I know what my cost is. I'm wiring the money. You know, I mean, we're just bad business, but when you're making a lot of money, a lot of stuff kind of just, you know, slips in between the in the creases. But anywho, they had gone up $20 a bundle, and I didn't catch it. So if a girl buys a 26, 28, 30, that's I'm losing $60 on one person. So I'm selling and I'm like, something wrong. Like my numbers are off. Something's wrong. I'm going the same thing I'm telling y'all to do. The payroll the same. Like the hair. Let me pull an invoice. And I pulled the invoice. We were buying so much hair, they weren't even putting all the invoices in the boxes. So I had to call the vendor hey friend, send me an invoice. Cause this is not, it would be like a lump sum invoice. They did not break it down like inches what we were paying. And then when I had them give me this invoice broken down by inches, I just bought 3 kilos of a 26, 28, 30. These are not our numbers, friend. Oh, production costs went up, and them overseas vendors are always trying to get over on you. Okay, so for 6 months, I'm losing money when someone comes to buy a 26, 28, 30. Losing money. Sales racking up. We can't keep the hair in stock. I'm losing. So when I tell you about a bleed, I know what a bleed looks like. Okay? So if you're scratching your head, you bleeding somewhere, and that's normal. In business, nothing is going to go right all the time in business. Nothing's going to go right. Your job as a CEO is to try to find that problem as soon as possible, whether the problem be your pricing, a bad employee, who's a negative influence, something going wrong in your system, something hindering your sales, but finding that problem and solving that problem as soon as possible. But if you have a vendor, especially in overseas vendors, always check every single invoice. I don't care how cool they are. I don't care how great their product is. I don't care how fast they give it to you. Check every single invoice, because vendors will try to get over on you. It's just called business. Okay. So if at the end of the month, these numbers aren't looking right, check for a bleed, or feel free to book a consultation and I will help you find your bleed, because we don't want to, get a grant and then pour good money over bad debt. Okay. So I think I ran my mouth a little too long. Let me see if I have any questions. But if you just logged on, I'm going to save this live. I will repost it. A lot of the grants this month are just going to be an online application with 10 questions or less that we can answer and get some, money that's not going to affect our cash flow. I don't see any questions. Okay, so feel free to book a consultation with me, get the grant bundle, Google your own grants, whatever you want to do, but I will see you at the bank. Have a good night.